Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for boys and girls again. Hear those sleigh bells jingle, jangle, oh, what a beautiful sight. So jump in bed and cover your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Hello and welcome to Race 6, Season 5 here at SRA. We're at Barcelona in Spain in the rain. Okay. And the silver qualifiers are out right now, but this is going to be a great race. We had a fantastic practice race, very energetic. I'm very excited to see what these drivers can do tonight. But Doug, you want to take a look at our standings tonight?
You're going to put a lot of pressure on me. The standings I did not include.
Oh my! See, okay. So I should have started with this. Douglas Mitchell is hosting for us tonight. Jess Osborne is out. Okay, he's messed up all of our processes here, right? And you know, new pick for Colin Shea and everything. Everything's messed up here.
I prefer the word processes, not processes, personally. But and yes, Burmese Python is already saying, aren't I supposed to be qualifying right now? Abso-freaking-lutely I am. But you know what? Every once in a while, the GOAT just needs to let the rest of the drivers have a shot at winning. And I'm relinquishing my driving tonight to bring you guys some grade A content. So, like Paul hinted at, there are standings for our beloved Division 1 drivers. However, I don't have them to show on screen. What I do have is the Barcelona track map. And spoiler alert, Ryan Yee's winning. That's it.
So
that's it.
I want to talk about that a little bit here. Ryan Yee is in first place with 432 points. Brooker Quigg is in second place with 334. There's a 98-point difference between position 1 and 2. Ryan Yee is absolutely walking away with this championship. And if Doug was out there right now, he would be walking away with the championship, as we all know. He's already had 2 championships to his name. He's here because he's got to give everyone else a chance. He said, "I got to pass the torch to you, Ryan Yee." If he was out there, I mean, he'd be doing too well. We know he's a menace in the rain. Probably wouldn't be lapping a second quicker.
At least.
Gotta leave room for the new guys.
At least. So Colin, we mentioned your new profile picture. Give us the scoop. You got a cast on your wrist, buddy. I want to hear about it.
So, unfortunately, on December 24th, Christmas Eve, I made a stupid decision to take a motorcycle out, and there's ice on the ground, and I ended up with a broken wrist. So, yeah, not a smart decision. I would not recommend it.
So that leaves that your points battle out the window. Other people can fight for it now too.
So with Colin out, can I just take over his points position? I mean, he's not going to be using it.
Paul A, let's be honest. You could take all of his points and combine them with your points, and you're still shitting the bed.
Hey.
All right, let's talk about
5 seasons here at SRA, and this is what I get.
Let's talk about the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, shall we? So, this track, Formula 1 track, very popular, brutal for tire management in dry conditions. But, spoiler alert, we're expecting some inclement weather tonight. So, tires are not going to be as problematic. However, this track is still immensely difficult to drive around. So, turn 1, like sector 1, is all about maintaining nice momentum through the corners there, staying off the slippery curbs. Sector 2, in my opinion, is a little bit easier in terms of management. But sector 3, my goodness, difficult as hell. And that leads to turns 14 and 15, which I think is the most difficult chicane in the game. It is brutal. There's huge sausage curbs, and if you get it wrong, you get it real wrong.
Those curbs will break your back.
Or your wrist.
All right.
He doesn't have to worry about that. I
Amen.
guess he's got one more, so.
So we're on track now. We're looking at Evan Kim, because why wouldn't you? A little bit of bias here, but what I'm looking for here is to see our silver division is out qualifying. Excuse me, silver split of Division 1 is qualifying right now. So, like our vetted viewers know, you get 20 minutes of qualifying in each division and 10 minutes per split. So we're almost done with the silver split, boys.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sparks right now. He has the fastest time so far. But those last 2 minutes, a lot of cars come in, get their final lap in, and that's their lap. With our new qualifying rules this season, going from 15 minutes to 10 minutes, it's been really challenging for a lot of drivers out there trying to get their perfect lap time in. But it's been making for some very interesting racing so far. But Jay Sparks out there with 152.1. Loic Normando with a 152.2, and Chris Brown with a 152.3. But Stallworth comes in, steals the spot with a 151.8. And we're going to start to see that time creep down pretty quickly here as these cars start to come through. And just a reminder, folks, if you're new here, silver gold split. Silver split is a little bit slower, still extraordinarily fast, but when we see this gold split come out, we're really going to see these times drop as they represent some of the best drivers in North America. So look forward to that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Stallworth and Sparks, aren't they teammates?
No, they're not.
They're not? Am I just dumb?
I'm not. I don't know. Wait, no. Stallworth. Hold up. Stallworth is a badman, and Comic Racing is not a part of the badman.
Yes, they are.
They are. Oh
Yeah,
my.
they're a badman brand.
Oh,
Don't get us twisted. Don't get it twisted. Well, let me get this right here. Let me get this figured out.
They elected to hide
So
their
John
logo,
Sparks,
their
Comic
camera.
Racing. Stallworth is, that's right. Stallworth is Derek Stack's teammate. Got it. So who's the other Honda? It's not.
Is also.
No. They must be a gold driver. That sounds right. Marlowe. No.
Spangler,
Too many
not Marlowe.
Hondas.
Is it
Marlowe
Yee?
is brown.
No. Is it Spangler? No. I don't even know. Maybe they're just not here today. Maybe they're not here.
I mean, this is a bad, team leader here. Doesn't even know his own teammates. Doesn't know.
Hey,
who's
listen.
racing
When
him.
there's a
This is the kind of things that you get when you race in a giant 50-member conglomerate that swallows half the league and half of the best drivers. You know, you just get lost in the mix. You become a number, another serial number. You know, it's just like just like you're
a
at
number
work.
to them.
Yeah, that's all you are. So.
In fairness, I have stepped away for 3 straight weeks, and I've loved every second of it. I am rejuvenated. But while we were making an absolute mockery of the team driver pairings there, the silver split finished up their laps, and we saw the queue of all the gold drivers at the pit exit, and you saw them all peel out of there. So they're starting to get out there and feeling the conditions. Speaking of conditions, if you take a look in the top right corner, it's looking like normal rain. Not light rain, not heavy rain, but it is expected to increase. However, much later than our qualifying is going to exist for. So not too shabby. But
Chan is coming in at the tail end of this silver, and he's going to set a pretty decent time here. 5/10 up, and he's in 10th position, so this will not actually... Oh, this will jump him a couple positions, and he moves from 10th to 7th.
Not too shabby.
And then Kinger, also the last silver driver with an improvement on their time right now, 3/10 up, coming towards the end of their lap. Let's see how they do. And as a reminder, if you cross that line before the 10-minute mark, you can still finish that last lap. And Kinger made full use of that, moving himself up to 8th position.
Nicely done. Evan Kim elects to forfeit his lap and practice a pit entry. Nice on the man there. So that's all of your silver drivers out and about. And the beginnings of the crawl of Sector 3 while drivers elect to make room for each other. They're queued up a lot more than you typically see. What's your opinion on this, Colin?
I think drivers just need to drive when we round the corners, but I do understand it gets hard. You don't want to make sure you have space ahead of you. And with the rain, can cause more difference in pace than we're used to than in the dry.
Yeah. Brandon Shan is in the chat saying his livery isn't synced. I synced the Awesome Sim Racing liveries right before we started. So there's something going on with your livery files, brother. Get it figured out. But Coadromo subscribing, also Jess subscribing. Thank you so much for the love. Let's get it. I'm ready to continue the rest of our season here. And like Tyler already posted in the announcements of the Discord, Season 6 is right around the corner, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh. Come up so quickly. This whole racing season has gone by so quickly. Been so busy with the holiday season and stuff. That break was very nice as well. But yeah, Season 6 right around the corner. So get, if you're in a team, start getting your liveries together.
There is no formal
last-minute entries.
Yeah, there's no formal season theme next season. We're just giving it back to wholesome creativity. So, design what you want. You got plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Speaking of Tyler, I do want to point out something happening in the picture-in-picture here. Who is this?
That is Tyler.
Sitting in the pits, has a pit lane start today for some penalties incurred in the previous races. So he's going to be sitting out of the qualifying session.
That's an emphasis on bad men, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Bad boy.
Subject to his own rules.
We do not get special treatment here, despite some claim. But I promise you.
Only cruises, no special treatment.
That special treatment on the cruises is out of this world. Don't get me wrong. But in league racing, no sir. No sir.
So the gold split has just started to complete their first laps, and Jay Mercer has set the tone, taking pole with a 151.7.
Can I get a sheesh? Oh, and not even a second later, Ryan Yee comes in and collects pole. Ay. This man's unbelievable.
And M. Sir is not far off sitting P4, just over a 10th off of that time. I saw somebody in chat mentioning M. Sir's race pace has been near the best in the league recently.
Yeah, DC Storm Games wanting to see Mr. Sir place just as well as his pace indicates. And I can tell you from experience that Mr. Sir is fast as hell. And the BMW is stable in wet conditions, so I think that he's going to have a good result tonight.
Travis Nordstrom halfway through his lap here, 2/10 up on his time, sitting in 8th position. That's going to net him some good gain if he can get it.
The Croat in chat also, and Antonis. I think that's Roarer, if I'm not mistaken. Nick Sand rocked the GTR on occasion. Yeah, Nick Sand does, but not during these races. This is too formal. You can't switch cars mid-season. But again, I think that the GTR doesn't get enough love in this game, personally.
Travis Robinson looking really good here. He keeps it valid, almost invalidates. 2/10 up on his time is going to move him from 12th position all the way up to 5th. Really good lap from him. The 152.1. Our top time right now is at 151.7, so he's not too far off.
Colin, I'm looking at this list right now. Is there anything surprising you?
I can tell you, Firmus Casas is kind of surprising me.
Is your name Colin?
Well,
No,
Colin,
let Paulie in. I'm not.
look, yeah, Colin is over there being silent.
He's living his best life.
Firmus Casas is surprising me. Diego is definitely one of the fastest, if not the fastest driver in the league. Been struggling a little bit with this switch to the Audi this season.
It's
3
been tough
tenths,
on him.
almost 4 tenths up on his time right now, but he's sitting in 19th position. And he's got a good little ways to make up before he can get to where he wants to sit. You know him, he wants to be in first for qualifying, but he keeps gaining and losing that time. Now only a couple hundreds up on his previous lap, so.
I'm willing to bet the entire integrity of this league on Fimbres Casas driving the Porsche for next season. Guaranteed.
It's I guarantee it.
He's gonna
Just
ditch
as
this
Matt
Audi
Lehman-
like hot garbage.
Yeah, just as Matt Lehman decided that he was going to switch from the McLaren and then come back, Fimbres Casas will do the same. So
The aliens have the preferred mothership that they like to adhere to, and the Porsche's yearning. He's yearning for it. So.
speaking of aliens, Patrick Rust 4 tenths up on this time, about to come up to the line here. This is an alien that has switched his mothership around a couple of times, new to the AMG this season, moving himself from 20th position all the way up to 7th. So he's going to be feeling pretty good with that with a 152.2. Still some
Nicely done.
improvement to be made,
Nicely done.
but looking good. Especially Mercedes in the wet. I hear it's not the best thing in the world.
What is known as the best car in the wet in ACC? Is there a clear favorite?
I think the consensus is that the Honda is the best in the wet.
What? Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
would not have
I was surprised to see Duran so low, but just as I was about to check in, P3.
Yeah. That's where you
They're
expect
not
him.
far off the time of P2. I mean, that is almost identical lap times there.
Yep, only
As he
5,000s off.
Swerves off the track. There's a minute 17 remaining of the gold split quali time. Duran is forfeiting the rest of that time. He won't be able to get around. Going back to the pits.
He's got to be happy with that lap time, though. He's got to be.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of drivers are come off a break and shaking some rust off here. Just getting their laps in, and I'm interested to see what the damage will be lap 1, lap 2. I mean, I'm hoping very little, but it's been a long time from these drivers racing wheel to wheel here in SRA.
No kidding. Thanks for the follow, Verified. Glad to have you on board. Previously mentioned Matt Lehman is in P13. I expect him to improve. Currently hovering just under 3/10 of improvement just through Sector 1. So making his way through Sector 2. I expect more time on the board. And 4/10 now, and 4/10 is going to earn him quite a few positions, so we'll see if he can muster it.
Nordstrom is trying to hang on to a 10th here. It will gain him some positions. If he can stick it, there we go. And that moves him up from 16th to 10th. So it's pushing
Good result.
Patrick Rust out of the top 10.
Lehman is nursing that 4/10, now 5/10, 6/10. Oh, he loses it back again, but it's... Oh, he's just hemorrhaging time in the final chicane like I hinted at earlier. It's so difficult to get right. He lost literally 4/10 in that sequence of corners. Brings him up to P6 nonetheless. Good effort.
Asley, who's also... His livery doesn't seem to be synced for some reason. May have made some changes. He's... someone that's surprising me a little bit too. Sitting on 24th right now with a 52.8. He's struggling to get a 10th, gaining it, losing it, now gaining it back again. Looking at 2/10 now, but I expect him to climb up a couple positions here in this last lap. I hope he will, at least.
DC Storm Games making a astute observation. P1 is 4, almost 5/10 ahead of P2, but from P2 all the way down to P26 is within a second of each other. That's ridiculous.
that just shows you how fast Ryan Yee is. There's a reason why he's running away with the points this season. He's pretty darn good. Oh, and Fazley careens off the track and into a wall. That will eliminate
like
his
Travis
qualifying
Nordstrom
chances.
putting together a lap. Literally half a second.
Yeah, just hopped on board. Final chicane. Nails it. Nails it. Only loses a couple hundredths. Not too bad. Nursing a 5/10. Oh, he loses another tenth on the exit of that corner. Oh, puts him in P6 though. Nice job. If he would have kept those 2/10 from that final corner, he would be arguably P2. P2.
Yeah.
Yikes. But still, great effort from the man there in the
All right, what's the
All-American
weather
fry.
predictions here before the race server
It's
pops
bone
up?
dry. It's SRA. It's going to be bone dry.
No shot.
Oh, okay. We have rain.
I I would have cried if it wasn't wet. The league would have my head.
It's rigged every time, man. You got out of it this time. Computer actually worked on simulating what was going on here. Every time SRA has a history of getting like the 1 in 1,000 chance of it being bone dry, and then all 3 servers will be bone dry. So
I'm telling you.
yeah, it's always great. But wet race today. I can't see the weather thing. Does it say that there's going to be no rain in 30 minutes or anything like that? No funny business?
Standard rain all
Yeah,
across
like
the 30 minutes.
That's exactly what a lot of these drivers were hoping for. We were talking to some drivers here who were saying they only practice rain and we're not really prepared for the dry at all. So these drivers are counting their blessings here and thanking the computer gods that it didn't go dry on them.
No kidding. Cran's trying to be clever, saying that Mr. Sir qualifying 4th is not bad for a D2 driver. It goes without saying that Mr. Sir is a D1 driver. Sandbags were finally let off the hook, and he's driving to his true potential. And then
I still think he's placed quite highly in the Division 2 championship. So
yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Michael Jeffrey saying no cleansing tonight. That is true. No Grant cleansing tonight. I expected a few drivers to fall off given the holiday break. People are still traveling, getting back to work. It's been a lot, so it's been a lot. I'm seeing Brandon Chan's livery showing up now for me. That's kind of weird. It wasn't showing up before. That's cool.
Yeah, it's showing up for me too.
Yeah, that's really bizarre.
Wait, maybe he left and went back to his old livery. Maybe he made it.
Oh, maybe.
Brandon just said in chat he's using an old livery.
Yeah, okay.
Good deal. Well, you guys, it's post-Christmas, post-New Year's, and we still have some festive liveries on the grid.
Look,
Yeah,
I have a
McLaren
Halloween
might
livery.
need,
Okay. Yeah.
As do I, actually. So, our drivers are now driving away for what is their outlap. Any predictions for the result of lap 1? Any carnage?
Yes.
There's going to be carnage. There's going to be carnage turn 1 and the chicane lap 1. That's my prediction, at least. Turn 1, turn 4, and the chicane.
Gotcha. I'm looking through the list of drivers here. I'm looking at a new name here, Imran Zuhaili, or Zuhaili. Do you guys know anything about this driver?
I do not.
I like the livery though.
Yeah, yellow and green, the classic colors. Number 242 in the Ferrari. We'll have to keep a close eye on him today.
Currently 4th in the silver qualifying, so
I'm gonna say that's not a bad debut.
yeah,
Looks
not
like,
bad.
especially in the rain. Looks like it's a good driver. So happy to see him in SRA.
Anthony Aurora saying Loic P13 to P1 on first lap. What universe are you living in? There's no shot.
A universe where he does the perfect textbook pit maneuver on 12 drivers.
Season 4 universe, huh? That is fair. I am noticing some drivers that are in the pit lane. Derek Stack and Tyler James. So they're going to be, unfortunately, seeing the race a little bit delayed at the beginning. However, if y'all predictions are correct, they could avoid some carnage.
We've seen it happen before, where drivers start from the pit lane and actually wind up in not a half bad position in the the teens of the finishing position. So it's really not a bad spot to be. There's still a lot of points to be made, so these drivers just got to get their heads down and put the hammer down, see if they can get any of these positions back, and be patient and wait for some of these drivers to drop out, especially in a rain race where a lot of drivers are going to have difficulty, slides off tracks, or fender benders that may put them back. These drivers can scoop up a lot of points.
Yeah, short and saucy. I think that's Jason Allen, if my memory serves me, saying Duran is scared of hitting Yee. Duran is right behind Yee. You're looking at over the rear wing right now. That Coca-Cola Ferrari is that of Duran. Short saucy says that is Jason Allen. That's what I thought. Beloved Discord moderator. I wish Twitch allowed you to change your username to reflect like other different things, but that'd make my life too easy. But we are rounding the final corner, and I'm going to let Paulie take the first sequence here with his patented send-off. So, boys and girls, enjoy round 6 of season 5 at a wet Catalunya.
All right. Green light. And we're off and away for SRA Race 6, Season 5. Let's go racing, boys. I'm on board with Duran here in the picture-in-picture, looking at the drivers going down the front stretch here, breaking into the first turn. This is where I'm predicting that there's going to be a little bit of carnage. First couple drivers get through just fine. Duran isn't able to make any moves in through the first part here. We're going to see if Ryan Yee can walk away from these drivers under all this pressure. If these drivers are going to pounce, they got to do it now and keep them behind him. So Mercer and Duran really need to work together. These two teammates in the Coca-Cola Plan E Racing Ferrari got to make something happen.
I saw a purple Audi go off track. I think that was Colin was wincing about it.
Yeah, they were going 3 wide around that long right-hander and just started bumping off each other there, and that purple Audi got the worst of it.
A little pack has developed here behind Mercer as Yee breaks away just a little bit. Probably 15 drivers falling ass to nose here. For,
excuse me?
to come up with the
what did he say?
That's Stallworth and Mr. Sir fighting there in the back.
And Sparks able to get past Normando. They do bump doors too. Normando backs out. Oh, a little bit of RG, as Andrew Anderson would say. And Nick San able to get past Brandon Chan. And aforementioned Anderson of the Andrew variety got past João Semedo. So, doing all right.
Stallworth was really defending these corners in the chicane. Mr. Sir right behind him in that purple BMW, looking towards the inside. Stallworth defending hard. Lehman and Nordstrom also going side by side right behind him. Mr. Sir is going to drive down the inside. Lehman's going to take the position behind as well. Stallworth is taking the inside for this next corner. They're still side by side. They're bumping and banging. It looks like Mr. Sir is going to... Stallworth is going to get pushed out from the line and has to tuck in behind. Mr. Sir takes that position for 4th.
I'm telling you, the BMW's brakes are going to win many battles in these conditions. Colin, you may hype like you were about to before I rudely interrupted you.
I was just going to say that was some great driving, but obviously everybody saw that. That was pretty good to see.
Prime time. Now, something important. I'm looking at that of Brooker Quigg having a yellow flag moment. And something to note, we mentioned that earlier. Tyler James started in the pits, now finds himself in P27, improving 5 positions already. Derek Stack still in the pits. That must be a hardware issue. But what I hate to see is that the drivers that have really lost out right now, 13 positions down is Brooker Quigg. 6 positions down is my boy Evan Kim. He's in last place. You hate to see it. You hate to
Bangler
see
and Durant swapping positions back and forth. Not sure what was going on there.
They're chilling.
I feel like something happened to their liveries too. Why are they? Why is their car livery? I swear they had liveries before.
They did, but don't worry about it, you know?
Okay. Sand chilling back here in 23rd. Quigg is currently the lowest placing goal driver, taking a little detour in the grass here. Just, had to mow the lawn a little bit. Gaining positions, though, rather rapidly. Gaining 2 positions now in 27th. Coming up to Tyler James, and he spins him out. And he's out. And there goes Tyler James. Semedo, Anderson, all getting yellow flag there. Maybe let's do a rewind. Let's see. Quigg is coming into the corner and just gives Tyler just a little tap. And Semedo just hits him in the back there as well.
You're looking at real time now on screen. Quigg did let Tyler back by, but I hate to break it to you guys. Quigg is going to be banned after that behavior. You hate to see it.
That's an instant ban right there.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Pass equals ban, punt is permaban, so bye-bye.
All jokes aside, Quigg gave him and conceded the position back again, so not too bad. Checking in now with Ryan Yee, currently in P1, building a healthy gap to the cars in front. And really taking commanding lead of this race at the moment.
He has the fastest lap by a considerable amount at the moment as well. 4/10 over Mercer, who is 8/10 over the P3, so he's definitely got a commanding lead here.
Tricky Cow didn't get the memo. I'm not racing tonight because I was afraid of the inclement weather. AKA, we need another host for D1, so your boy showed up. But I'm looking at this awesome battle between Stallworth, Lehman, Nordstrom, and Robinson. It's looking like you're on board with Lehman, too.
Yeah, you keep going to the same battles I go to, okay?
Because they're so juicy. They're so
Yep.
juicy. Paula, you and I are just on the same wavelength right now.
Lehman, Nordstrom, and Travis Robinson and Stallworth all within less than half a second of each other, going up, going down. Mercer is also only 0.9 seconds behind Yee.
Oh, Stallworth has a moment that allows Lehman to close the gap considerably.
But not enough to get a move done, but now he's under heavy threat of Lehman. We'll see how Stallworth plays this being a silver split driver sitting in a field of gold split drivers right now.
No reason to take your foot off the gas. You're going to get maximum points. Oh, and Lehman spins him, and that stops Trav Robinson in the dot. It, literally can't move without causing a problem. Drivers collecting. The whole field is now sequencing in. Hammer it down, buddy. Hammer it down. Get back in there. Oh, my goodness. Lehman loses Stallworth at least 15 positions for that.
That's the commentator's curse.
Speaking of curses, Jason Allen saying that Duran disconnected. I saw my timing sheet go all wonky for a second. That's because someone who was in P4 disconnected. Or even P3 disconnected. You hate to see it.
We'll have to figure out what happened with him after the race. Fimers Casas taking advantage of the commotion that was happening in the third sector, gaining position on Patrick Rust. These two were locked in a heated battle before, but hopefully Diego can hammer down and break away.
Now we're on board with Danny Durrance, currently in P9, and you can see over the rear wing and the longer stretches of track, there's an absolute train now because of that incident. We have 9th place all the way down to 21st place in the same train, all within a half second of each other.
I'm on board here with Kay Dromo here in the Hawaiian BMW racing machine. And I just want to show the spray that these drivers are seeing, what they're seeing out their window. When they're in these tight packs like this, is not all that easy to see.
You are not wrong. However, the rain is actually pretty manageable at this point. There were some practice sessions that had much heavier conditions, so the drivers got pretty lucky as far as I'm concerned. Back at the front, we're over the hood of Jeremy Mercer in the Plan E Coca-Cola Ferrari, the only one that's left because the other one got DC, is chasing down and keeping Mr. Yi honest, still loitering in the 1 second range.
Yeah, he's definitely still making this a race here.
Good
10
on him.
minutes into the race and only a second off from Yi with how dominating his time has been is really impressive. Looking at Kinger here, getting really loose over the chicanes, losing a second and a half, grouping up a bunch of drivers behind him. Now San and Chan are right behind, next to each other. Kinger,
3 wide.
getting alongside, almost 3 wide.
This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. As I saw, there's door banging. And then Brandon goes off.
Oh.
This is going to get real sketchy. 5 cars into one corner.
5 drivers.
But they're making it clean. They're making it work.
Oh, and the 2 drivers behind getting really loose, trying to take advantage of the situation here. Look how tight this back is.
Nick San got really lucky throughout that whole sequence. My goodness, and all the drivers just tucked back in. Maybe that was a little bit too much excitement all at once.
Oh, and it looks like Nate Speck's getting a little bit of grass and losing some time here. Now these 2 drivers are falling back from this train that developed.
Didn't his conglomerate owner tell him that grass makes him slower?
I tried. I tried.
That's a damn shame. Marlowe able to get the move done on Durance here. Let's take a 15-second replay to see how it happened. Oh, I teched in and it was already done. Go figure. But what you can see is the massive train of cars behind. I am not kidding, folks. The entire grid, apart from basically the top 6 drivers, are all on top of each other. You can see by the mini-map, they're still snaking around all through Sector 3.
And speaking of the top drivers here, Ryan Yi has put a little bit of a gap on Mercer, 1.9 seconds, so he's starting to break away here. But still within reach.
Travis Robinson's going to look up the inside here of Durance. Going into turn 1, late on the brakes. And he looks like he gets it done.
He does, and Durance tried the switchback, but Trav parked it right on the apex.
Yeah, that was a great move with Trav there.
And that brings
Normando
Normando.
Here. Tyler James, Evan Kim, and Joao Semedo all going into this first turn here. Joao going on the inside. Evan and Tyler trying to look at the outside. Joao almost concedes position here. Must have got some wheel spin, losing out to both of them here.
Badman's overpowering champion motorsports driver. Let me tell you.
It was a calculated move, you know.
I don't know about that, brother.
We planned this beforehand. We said let them get by, let them eat up their tires, crash each other out. You just got to stay level-headed around these guys because they're real squirrely. You don't know what the hell they're going to do.
That's fair. I'll give you that. I can tell you that Joao gave Evan and I an absolute ride of a race at Snetterton. We were like basically all over each other for the full 60 minutes. It was a hoot. Still on board with Trav Robinson, and you can see the absolute battles behind. Everyone just waiting for the next mistake to capitalize.
Allworth, Speck, Diaz, McCroat, and Steffiak all locked in a pretty good train here. Diaz getting some speed out of the corner, trying to get by Speck, who's falling back a little bit from Stallworth here, trying to catch up to him. But with these trains so tight in this race, I mean, you can see how one tiny little mistake will lose you 5, 6 positions. Just a little bit of grass or a little bit too much curb, and you're done. All these drivers are sitting here waiting to snap up all these positions.
Colin, who are the biggest winners and biggest losers as we stand right now?
Let's check here. So Spangler in the Honda 888 is up 7 spots, so he's in 7th place right now. He looks to be the biggest winner.
Hold up.
Oh no, Matt Lehman backwards.
On track.
Oh,
And
no.
a really bad turn to be backwards on track. I'm not exactly sure what happened here.
I'm going 15 seconds back, brother.
Oh,
We're both doing it.
130.
Just a big power slide.
Oh no, and then he gets off the track.
Oh my goodness. And then he tries to spin it around and then just kisses the barrier with his rear quarter panel. He is going to be hurting now. And you can already see the extra wheel spin this poor situation's put him in.
Ooh. Yep.
A little bit of karma for being caught up in that Stallworth accident. That actually, ironically, puts him back 5 positions further back from Stallworth. Not to say that it was Lehman's fault, but again, getting tangled up, both of them losing, hemorrhaging positions.
Yep. Lehman down 18 positions from where he started, and Stallworth down 15 positions from where they started. So, not a good race for these folks here.
And right into the clutches of Tyler James and Evan Kim.
Look, Lehman
Matt
would
Lehman
just
goes
be
deep.
toying with them, okay?
No, he goes deep. His car is damaged. I think his tires are probably over temperature too from spinning and getting in the grass. It's not looking good for him. But you can see the absolute...
Oh, and Stefiak and McCroat just getting almost bumper to bumper there. Oh,
They're all
very tight
over each other. You're showing the big view. I'm showing it over the back wing of Victor Diaz. These guys are all over each other.
you probably have it backwards. I should be on Victor Diaz. You should be on the big screen.
Hey man, we're just living our best life out here, you know. Look at this absolute train. Lehman's gonna try and make a no. He's gonna tuck back in. Just flashing the move. Yep, flashing the move. He's like, hey, I don't belong back here. Let me through already.
Looking outside
now
in
he's-
that turn.
Going way wide, and Evan Kim's going
Oh.
to capitalize.
Whoa.
He got really loose off the track there.
That
Now
green
Tyler
painted
James is
tarmac
right
is
on.
it's very slippery.
Ooh, Diaz going wide a little bit here. Not able to get down onto the apex enough. Allowing Stefiak to get alongside just for a second. Has to tuck back in though.
There are some people in chat already talking about different opportunities for drivers to pit and to relinquish themselves for these problems. Oh no, João Semedo and Brooker Quigg tied up 15 seconds back. Brooker Quigg, big slide and just tags the back of João Semedo. Brooker Quigg is an absolute menace out there today.
Someone installed a magnet in his bumper or something. We gotta...
A good sport waits for João to get going again, but Brooker, he's in last place. This is not a place that you see him at. This is a broken man right now, gentlemen. Broken.
Nordstrom, I believe, losing a position here to Diego. Threw a yellow flag there for a second. Not sure what for. Has a little bit of damage on his front bumper.
Further up, Marlowe able to get past Patrick Rust, and while that move got done, Trav Robinson is now applying some immense pressure. Michael Jeffries with the patented, yo, can I get a restart? Vintage SRA. And the answer shortly, no.
Oh, and Nordstrom getting in the gravel here.
Porsche off the track.
Relinquishing 2 more positions.
Spangler and Marlowe able to get past. Jason Allen with the Miley Cyrus wrecking ball reference for what I assume is Brooker Quigg's actions. Rude. Calvi Koff's in the chat saying that it's a good race so far. I agree. I think that Ryan Yee has not run away with it, which I am happy about. Mercer is right behind. Those two drivers.
Second gap currently.
Yep. 6 seconds back, though, is Mr. Sir in P3. A great performance from him. Fimbris Casas managed to find his way to P4. I don't know how, but has done so. Probably from that tangle up in the mid-pack that slowed everyone else down. And then back from P5, Spangler is 6 drivers that are vying for the next few positions here. Oh, Jason Allen says, it's the climb. Oh, goodness. Different Miley Cyrus reference. I'm sorry. That was clean Miley, not the trashy Miley. My bad.
Spangler, Marlowe, Travis Nordstrom, Patrick Rust, Travis Robinson, all in a battle looking at 5th position. So this is a pretty tight pack here. Within less than a second of each other, Marlowe only 4/10 off the back of Spangler here in the picture-in-picture. On his onboard, you can see what he's looking at here. A decent amount of spray, but not too bad, and there is a little bit of a groove developed in the track. So, not too bad of conditions here. This is about what you can really hope for in a rain race. It's what a lot of these people prepared for, medium rain. So, I wonder how the other divisions are doing. And speaking of, don't tune off of this stream, but go in later and watch the other divisions run this race, because it's always a fun time as well. And tomorrow we'll be streaming as well, so be sure to tune in.
I think it's Victor and Evan going side by side there.
Evan does have the inside for the following corner, and then Victor does just elect to tuck in. And that is Matt Lehman right behind both of them, waiting for them to make a mistake. And it looks like Matt Lehman might have a run. Not enough, though. Tucks back in also. But yeah, this is a crazy sequence of cars here with Evan, Victor.
Tyler's now right on the back of Matt. Matt looks like a move up the inside of Victor.
Yeah,
here.
dive bomb. Oh, no! I think he was just a little bit too ambitious. Matt Lehman, no.
Clears out the Astons.
Okay, goes for a dive. Collects the back of both Diaz and Evan. Evan spins. Lehman goes way off course. Oh, no.
Yeah, Evan looks like he got turned around for that. Victor got some damage, but was able to still make that corner there.
Evan hemorrhages time because of it. My goodness. But Lehman, I'm pretty sure, waited up for Evan, but Evan's still behind by a healthy margin. Lehman is having the worst race that I've seen him have, period. Yeah, Jason Allen saying, not a good day to be an SRA alien. I agree. Like, Brooker is struggling. Lehman's struggling.
Here's Lehman letting Evan by.
Yeah, good man.
He is not struggling.
Good man. Good man. Yee is not struggling. But, yeah, Duran getting disconnected. Yeah, no bueno across the spectrum here.
Duran's internet is struggling.
True. True.
Marlowe and Spangler have been locked in a pretty good battle here for quite a while, gaining and losing on each other here. Marlowe currently 0.5 seconds off the back of Spangler here in the picture-in-picture. But this has been a pretty spicy battle for 5th place here. That train behind has kind of lost its grouping a little bit, but Travis Robinson looking up the inside of Patrick Rust here. Going real deep into this corner, forcing that Mercedes to go wide and dive back in. Healthily gets that position back.
I'm on board with Koodromo chasing down Sparks, literally right on his bumper. And then you have Chris Brown on the back of Koodromo. These 3 drivers are attached to each other. And we're encroaching the 10-minute pit window here in the middle of the race. What's your strategy? Keep temp on the tires and stay out, or get some clean air?
I think in a rain race, I'm looking at the weather app, and I'm making sure that no funny business will develop. I'm waiting until the 30-minute mark so we can have an accurate prediction about what's going to be going on at the end of the race in case I need to switch tires. I've seen it before where the weather conditions changed very suddenly during the pit window. So I'm staying out personally, but depends a lot on these other guys. If you're in the spray, it makes it a lot harder to race. So these guys may be trying to switch up their strategy from the person that they've been drafting with and battling with to try to gain some on-track position here.
We're only a minute out now.
Yeah, Drummo's still trying to do some work here on Sparks, but with Brown right behind him, it's happened to be a little bit more selective on the move he makes here.
I think the move here is about sustainability. I think you just park it behind Sparks and then keep grinding away. I don't think you get too greedy here.
Yeah,
As you see,
what
Brown right on the back. He doesn't get any closer than that. Yeah,
looks
Koa
like
has
he's
to.
jumping up here. Drummo goes for the defensive line here. Brown shoots to the outside in the braking zone. He might be able to stick it here on the outside. No, he won't get the run out of the corner.
Yeah, touches the green painted tarmac, which gets real slippery. Mercer takes the fastest lap of the evening so far. Does that tell me that there's conditions are improving? What do you guys think?
Well, the rain looks pretty consistent. I wonder if drivers are just getting a little braver into some of the braking zones. Maybe the dry line is helping a little bit. I'm not sure how the physics work with, or how the weather physics work. Window is open.
Colin.
Yeah.
We've been racing here for 5 seasons.
Like, I don't know how fast it dries up. Like when you're racing.
Listen, Paulie, don't run him.
Races a season, man.
Colin's a simple guy.
I'm calling him out in front of everyone here at the SRA. Everyone watching, go make fun of Colin Shea.
No.
Paulie, you're in D2, right?
Yeah.
Let's go pull up the D2 championship and we can check the scoreboard and we can say where my name is and we can see where your name is.
All he's gonna say is that he's gonna finish better than you at the end of the season, but you're not gonna be able to race for the rest of it.
You know, I might need to race one-handed if it's beating Paulie. Bragging rights.
Come over and break my wrist or something.
Now you're talking.
You never know.
That's the Vin Diesel way of racing,
Yeah,
bro.
Keep talking shit, and that's what's gonna happen to me.
I'm loving it.
But Loic Normandou, looking at the back of Durant's. Durant's also looking at the back of Patrick Russ. Patrick getting passed by Travis Robinson, and now under a little bit of pressure from Durant and Loic from behind.
And a little bit further back, we have a threesome of Nick San, Jason Kinger, and the new driver Zuhali. Or Zuhali, whatever you want to. I'll have to talk to him after the race and see how to pronounce that correctly. But we love new faces here at SRA, especially ones that show up and automatically have D1 pace. That's nothing to tout at, huh? Can't shake a stick at D1 pace these days.
So M. Sir opted to pit early here.
Interesting.
With a unique strategy there.
I think that's a mistake.
I think that's a major mistake. He's going to get caught out in traffic.
I think so too. Other drivers that go in, Chris Brown, who was being held up, so I think that is a smart move. Nick San goes in, Kinger goes in. I think that's weird too, because Kinger was behind Nick San, and they're just going to be coming out together. Some questionable decisions, in my opinion.
We're watching Mr. Sir come out here after the pits. He gets a little bit of clean air, but McCrow is right behind him, putting on some pressure. So I don't know if that was a wise decision for him to do, but I guess it could have been worse.
Paul, I was told you're a little bit quiet, so if there's any way you can talk a little louder or get a little closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slowly drifting away from the microphone as the race goes on. 32 minutes left of the race here. Into the pit window. Stack is back, but still not racing. He left and now he's chilling in the pits again. Tyler James, 0.2 seconds off the back of Nate Specht. 2 and 3 driver numbers respectively, battling it out for the what? For 26. Somehow Nate Speck shot ahead there. Oh, I guess Pitts maybe. But now he's with Victor Diaz. 0.3 seconds off of Victor Diaz.
Marlowe and Spangler real close on the straight here. Spangler goes all the way to the inside here at the track. Marlowe's trying to get as much slip as he can. We'll see which side he picks. Looks like he's not going to get an option. Looks left, goes right. Late into the braking zone. Will he get it done? Super late, super deep. Spangler's going to come around on the right. There's just enough room. I think he's on the inside here still. He's going to hold it.
Nice move there. Spangler is a very good driver, knows how to exactly where to put the car in. As soon as I say that, it goes off! I had to say something.
Commentator's curse. You can't talk anything good about anyone.
He goes wide. Marlowe instantly goes into defensive here.
I think Spangler needs to just tuck in because Nordstrom is right behind, wanting to make the pass also.
Nordstrom's now hunting for both of them here if they keep fighting like this.
Oh,
they're really close.
Spangler has to be careful.
Nordstrom approaching this battle with a little bit of caution. Falling back a little bit at the corners just to watch what's happening. Spangler taking the inside line here, defending against Nordstrom.
This little grouping is a very competitive bunch here, so I expect that one of them's going to make a pit. Oh, Spangler hits the curb!
Catching the curb and goes off track.
Oh, and you're parked in a bad spot. Bad spot.
Oh, yep.
Saves it as best as he can, which is actually like good on him. Taking this green area here, just go ahead and unique little shortcut there. I think now's the time to pit. That got to pit now.
Yep. You lost your rhythm. Get back in the pits.
Doesn't though. Interesting.
Patrick Rust heading into the pits. Durant's also heading into the pits. And Sparks heading into the pits. We're halfway through the pit window. These drivers have 4 minutes left to pit. A little over halfway. Mr. Sir and Chan still hanging out together.
That's Egg saying that they appreciate that I can't commentate for D5 and curse them. Just you wait. Next week. Making a guest appearance.
He's making the rounds, guys. The boss is coming in and checking up on the minions, making sure we're doing our job here. Make sure to give us a 5-star rating on Yelp, so we don't get fired.
Or you can give us a follow or your subs. That would be a great indication.
Patrick Russ, go 30.
I see it, Colin. As soon as I saw it, you comment on it. The aliens are suffering tonight. That's got to be gut-wrenching for Rust, who is having an otherwise good result.
Yeah, that's
14th coming out of the pit. Man, you hate to see it.
Quig has found himself in 18th.
That means nothing because of all the people that behind him have already pitted. Poor guy.
He's hanging out with his friends by staying out late. So
he does what I do. I stay out as late as possible so I can show my mom that I was like 4th at one point in the race. That's brilliant.
Mom, look, I was 4th and I was racing with all these fast drivers.
I'm fast.
Stop the count.
Exactly. I'm so fast, Mom. Are you proud of me yet? She goes, no. Go home. Michael Jeffries saying that this race is chaos. I couldn't agree more. And as you see, Mr. Sir putting some immense pressure on Brandon Chan. Brandon says, get me the hell out of here. I'm pitting.
Yeah.
Sand, Quig, and Durant all pretty close here, within half a second. Sand leading the tail of the pack here.
I am out here. It's good. It's good.
One of the only close battles on track here. As I say that, I saw a 1.1 second gap. That was just someone in pits. Speaking of pits, Evan Kim, McCroat, Chan, and Dromo all in the pits right now. Dromo just about to come out.
And And Durant will be heading through the pits soon because he just got a drive-through.
And Quig, yeah,
Oof.
Durant's in the pits to serve that drive-through. Quig into the pits right now as well. Only a minute and 30 seconds left of the pit window, so anyone who hasn't pit better come in now.
Looking at our top 2 guys still, Ryan Yee and Mercer, still at 2-second gap, so we'll see how quickly either or can do the pit stop. See what it ends up for these last 25 minutes of racing.
Diaz and McCroat side by side here. Diaz having a file behind. 0.2 seconds off.
And the likes of Koodromo also putting some crazy pressure on Patrick Rust. Patrick's got to pit and serve that stop go 30 this lap. So that's going to relinquish Koodromo. And that can allow him to focus on simply defending from Chris Brown, the Honda behind that you can see in his mirrors constantly being harassed.
Here on the onboard of Chris Brown, 0.3 seconds away. He's looking for every opportunity to take this.
This
Neatly
racing
filing
is
in.
close. As the rest of the grid get their final pit stops in, this was the last chance to do so.
So it's Diego, Marlowe, Travis Robinson, and Spangler all into the pits. Diego just now coming out.
Pit window is now closed.
You heard it here first, folks. Pit window is closed. Everyone managed to get in.
Patrick is serving his drive-through right now.
As predicted.
Mercer's still hanging in there, 2.2 seconds away from Yee. So if Yee makes a mistake, goes off track, catches a little bit of grass, Mercer can still snag this.
Now's a good time because we have some battles on track, but they're all like kind of just escalating. To talk about some of our sponsors, what do you guys think?
I think that's a great idea. We
Well,
want to start with our partners here.
absolutely. So first and foremost, we have on screen Retro Saga, who is a company that sells vintage video game memorabilia and products. So you can get in there if you're into video games other than sim racing. You can go and get some really cool things. And I can tell you that if you weren't all that keen on the gifts that you got for the holidays, that's a great place to pick out something nice for yourself. And then we also have Armamentario, a software that accompanies our beloved ACC and other, provides many different additions to your HUD so that you can be as knowledgeable and up to date with everything that's happened to your car, and it gives you that extra advantage over those that are missing that information.
I guess I'll go into our title sponsors here. Robitodi, Daehee Yun, Joshua Arnold, Evan Kim, Polly Hartman, Thomas Greer, Dominic Duran, Zach Sky, Tyler James ×4, Jacob Wolfman, Fazli Majid, Kyle McGinnis, Ramon Lorenzo, Stephanie Fisher, and Matt Morrison. Thank you guys so much for your support here at SRA. We really appreciate it. And thank you to all of our sponsors, Twitch subscribers, YouTube subscribers, donators, and etc. We really appreciate the support.
Much love. Much love. Nick Fan on the back of our new driver here, showing him what it's like to drive at SRA. Trackalicious in the chat. What's up?
Welcome.
Love to see it. Oh, driver request coming in from Durban Legacy. I hate to break it to you, Durban. Duran disconnected from the race. So I would love to show you, but I literally can't.
Someone needs to take away the recommended driving feature from Durban.
No, I like that he uses it. I like that he uses it. I personally spent my free time putting in those channel points things. I want you guys to spend your points, especially Koodroma. When you watch this back, spend all your points because you have too many. Because every time I put one of the like real deal like community challenges, he just spends all his points and just finishes it in like 2 streams. This is not fair.
Why is Douglas commentating? What? Durbin, you joined in late here. Okay, Doug is commentating because he's the best. Okay, and we need the best here at D1. Now decided to take a little walk to see what we're doing over here. Jess is taking a break this week. He's on a trip, so Douglas wanted to fill in and step up, give a little bit of love to the D1 stream. And it's been a great one so far. Evan Kim, 0.4 seconds off the back of Fazley here.
Yep, showing the love. Trackalicious requested Evan, so we're doing that. The Kim Cam on board with the Mr. Jack Skellington here. All over Fazley. 2/10 back. I've seen the Merc get pretty squirrely through Sector 1. I think this is where Evan's going to have a really good advantage.
Take a look at here.
Can you look at Nick San and Kinger and P15, 16?
SG Smalls with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. And then Durbin also requested John Sparks at some point. I'll stay on board with Evan Kim Cam because this battle is a juicy. I'm actually going to give it a different angle here. There we go.
I'm taking a look at Sparks here in the picture-in-picture. 0.7 seconds out of the back of Spangler. The 781 Honda Comic Racing Machine. He's been doing really well tonight, 12th place. Let's see where he is. He's actually down 2 positions. Apologies. But still, not too bad considering it's a wet race. Anything can happen.
Kim's going to go for something here on the outside. Dives deep.
Trackalicious. I'm pretty sure it's Eric, but he's saying Kim's looking feisty, and I agree. I like it. I like it. Evan's normally the MO of the driver to be very patient and just kind of hang out behind you until you make a mistake. But I think he's forcing the envelope here a little bit.
Picture-in-picture, I'm looking at Chris Brown and Koodroma going at it here. 0.2, 0.3 seconds away from each other, gaining and losing here.
Oh, Evan might have a good run here into turn 1.
Fazley's feeling the pressure, driving the defensive line. Yeah, making some defensive maneuvers here. Just a little bit of I don't even know what to call it. But just a little bit of swerving. That's what I was looking for on the straight, just to throw a little dummy moves here and there. Evan does tuck it back up. Fazley took the Sector 1 really slow. Definitely feeling the pressure right now.
Taking a look at this wonderful train that's formed up here with Kinger, Stefiak, Stallworth, Chan. They're all less than half a second of each other, sometimes 0.2, 1/10 away from each other. So this battle is getting spicy up here. And as Chan is having a difficult time, though, catching some curb while on the brakes, sliding off the track. He's going to lose that pack a little bit, but the fight still rages on. Stallworth, 0.3 seconds off the back of Stefiak here in the picture-in-picture. Going into this hard braking zone here.
That was actually the optimal line, if you didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a shortcut, but you know, you got to get your car placed correctly. A little harder in the rain.
Evan driving again, just later on the brakes, trying to get a move on Majid, but he has something scary in his rearview mirror. He's got a Matt Lehman.
Oh, and Kinger catches some curb in the chicane, gets bumped off the track, brings it back on, doesn't lose any positions, but under even more intense pressure from Stefiak behind. 0.2 seconds off the back from on the straightaway. This Porsche speed is going to haunt him a little bit here now. 0.1 seconds now, right alongside. Going into the T1 braking zone here. They both are getting by nice and cleanly. The Porsche's taking the corner a little bit. Stefik has to tuck behind. Stallworth taking advantage of the battle here, catching back up, having to fall back behind again, though.
We just missed. Evan went a little bit wide there and got his tires on the, not the asphalt, and it slowed him down a bunch, and Matt Lehman was able to get himself through.
I honestly think that's probably the best thing for Evan. You know why? Because
Why?
Lehman's going to attack the shit out of Fazley now, and I think if Evan can time it right, he can probably just follow him right through.
Yeah.
Big old Moss in chat saying angry Lehman. Yes, yeah, Lehman's driving like he stole it. Another request from Durbin. I'm loving it. Trav Robinson also in a close battle with the drivers in front. You can see the sequence of cars here relatively close. On the back of Marlowe.
Jason Kinger getting loose here, losing a couple positions, coming back in, and 21st, was in 14th, so almost collects a couple cars, but he brings it on.
Didn't he just get past Stefiak?
He was sitting in front of Stefiak.
That's what I thought. So he just did all that work to get past Stefiak, and then he loses 5 positions for one little mistake. That sucks.
Yep.
You hate to see it.
That's the rain for you. And that just goes to show you that's why D1 is next level. All these drivers, even through 45 minutes of racing, there's so many drivers who are extraordinarily close in gaps. So if there's 5 drivers behind, just for that one little mistake, scoop up all those positions.
No kidding. All D1 drivers are just so good. Do you know anyone in D1?
I know someone who should be in D2.
Who's that?
May or may not be someone.
Nervous laughter. Nervous laughter. What's Dylan Stallworth in P16 currently attacking as I go on board almost into the rear end of Chris Stefiak there. 2 Hondas duking it out, and as you can see, Stallworth's hood is a bouncing, so there is a little bit of damage there, but nothing stopping the man from driving the absolute tires off this bad boy.
Lehman is attacking Fazley right now. Evans looking outside, playing it cautious, but trying to tuck in behind Lehman, trying to keep it close enough. Catch a little curb there, losed on some acceleration. 5/10 behind Lehman now, so he's falling back a little bit. Hopefully Lehman can slow Fazley up a little bit more here.
Everything that Evan does is intentional, I promise you. So.
And back on to our new driver here. Butchering it, Zuhali. He's doing really well, 13th position here. 4/10 off the back of Jay Sparks. Good spot to be.
Travis Nordstrom sitting in P7 picks up a drive-through.
I saw that, and this track is really not all that known for like drive-through penalties for track limits. At least, I mean, I take that back. There's a couple of places that they're easy to get, but wet races don't really give that many drive-throughs. So I'm surprised to see this many coming through.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how many drivers are on their last track limit, having to drive very cautiously here.
Oh, Stallworth almost plows Stefiak, backs out just in time.
Oh, and he saves it.
But now over the back of his wing is Brandon Chan. So that was a pucker moment, to say the least. Yeah, tonight is not a good night for the SRA aliens. Now Nordstrom being punished. I mean, they're falling off like flies.
I will say we do see a nice clean split of the gold and silver drivers here, showing what these subdivisions or splits really mean here. To all gold drivers from 1st to 7th, and then we have a nice pack of silver drivers from 8th all the way to 21st, basically, and then all the aliens grouped at the back here. So they got a little flip-flopped. Everyone else got the right memo, though.
It's almost like the admins that run this thing know what they're doing to some extent. What a concept. Those guys, let me tell you, those guys, they got it all figured out.
He and all his data has made the Frankenstein, the perfect monster, which is the SRA rating system, and has grouped all these drivers quite well. Has made for some fantastic racing this season. So big props to Daihi for doing such a fantastic job on that, and still putting in tons of work.
No kidding.
Into the league here. New
Stalwart.
drivers, Zoo Holly almost taking out Sparks. I'm just going to refer to you as 242 from now on. My apologies. I got to get together with him to figure this one out. Almost hitting Jay Sparks, having a panic break there. But he's been giving us some really interesting racing here. McCroat, Victor Diaz, Kinger, Sand, Chan, Stallworth, all in a little pack here. This is looking pretty spicy.
Yeah, Colin was chiming in. Our boy Stallworth nearly collected Stefik again and had to back out, and then that's what allowed Brandon Chan to get by. Stallworth is struggling right now, what is probably because of his damage. Storm Games saying that Loic has gone under the radar this race. Solid race for him. He's currently in P7. I agree.
It's true.
That's how you do well. You don't want to be on the commentator screen. You don't want to get talked about, or else you're gonna get the.
Oh, you want to see that? Norman Doe. Okay, here you go, buddy.
All right, here we go.
Man, he's just been doing such a great job this season. You know, just a really great racer, great guy.
Something happens.
And he's always in every single.
It's on you.
Yeah, he's on every single chat channel in the Discord. I don't know how he does it. All right, spin out right here. No, just kidding.
It's the curb.
Yeah. All right, he lives to fight another day. We'll go on board with the battle that has been ripe this entire time. Chris Brown is still in the rearview mirror of Koa Dromo. Koa Dromo is going to have nightmares about this guy tonight.
Getting a little bit loose. Victor Diaz unable to capitalize. That's the battle I'm watching here in the picture-in-picture. Lehman gets by Fazley by a clean 4.6 seconds, but Evan Kim does not. Was unable to tuck behind as Victor Diaz goes side by side with McCroat here. Lehman not too far behind, trying to snap up any of these positions lost. Diaz gets ahead of McCroat before the corner and makes it stick. Really good driving from him. Lehman sitting right behind, ready to snap up that position from McCroat. He's on his comeback drive here.
New driver Imran here in P12 is all over the back of Jordan Sparks. John Sparks. John Sparks. I said Jordan Sparks. That's a singer. But John Sparks is looking at the Ferrari in the review mirror. Scary business. And a very astute Storm Games commentary here. Yee, only 4/10 ahead of Mercer now. Mercer has closed the gap.
Mercer actually has the fastest lap of the race right now with a 1:51.5. So he's looking really good right now.
Could it be that Mercer's been coasting this whole time and is now kicking it into a higher gear, letting the Ferrari go?
He's actually a 10th up on his time, and Ryan Yee's feeling the pressure, 2/10 up on his time. He decided to kick in an overdrive as well.
The question is who's going to be more
Cran.
consistent?
Dan Cran is DC Storm. Well, you should get up here, man. Volunteer for the commentary role. We'd love to have you up here.
The booth is a great place to be.
It is. You get to sit here and watch all the other drivers get a little advantage for the next race. That's my secret, guys, to being like 15th or 19th in the D2 standings.
The secret to being abundantly average. It's all something that we can all share with you.
I have a less than average SRA rating.
Yeah.
That's what you need to take.
I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, there's that's one thing that I'll put the admin head on real quick, and I'll spare all of you too much of it. Next season's right around the corner. It's the perfect time to get involved with SRA if you're interested in any capacity. We have many stewards, commentators, graphic designers, what have you. If you have a hobby or a passion outside of sim racing and you want to bring it to light, plenty of opportunities here within the league as we grow increasingly larger every day. We just celebrated our 1K birthday event earlier in December, and we're already at 1.2K members. So we're going to have to celebrate our 2K birthday next season. It's ridiculous.
Evan Kim is side by side with Fazley here in the hairpin. Fazley's going to tuck ahead because Evan Kim was forced to take the outside line here. But Evan Kim is bringing the fight to Fazley here in the final 6 minutes of the race here. Yeah, 6 minutes left of this race. Man. All the gaps have kind of spread out a little bit. Nordstrom is 3/10 off of the back of Nick San, who's 6/10 off of the back of Stallworth. It's a good little train right there.
Yeah. So Yee's on stream saying, giving Mercer some compliments. Yeah, he is fast. He's putting in some crazy laps right now. Yee is feeling the pressure.
Oh, Sand and Stallworth side by side while I looked away. Nordstrom trying to get on the action too, overtaking Stallworth.
And in the straightaway, Mercer's gaining a lot of time on E coming into this braking zone and using all that slipstream the whole straightaway. So if he can get himself close enough on that third sector for that exit on the straightaway, it might be his passing move.
I also think that the Ferrari is just broken at Barcelona. Not broken, but I think it's just one of the better cars. And not to say that Mercer isn't just a hell of a driver, but it's looking like his car is just dialed in right now, whereas Yee is doing everything he can to set better times, but Mercer's just right there, consistently.
Oh, 4 minutes left. Mercer's going to be trying to get a move here, and he's going to want to make it stick pretty quick. He's not going to have too many opportunities.
I think Jason Allen in the chat saying that Mercer being a part of Plenty Racing is giving him some advantage. I think the commentator's curse, if I hang out on board with him, could come to light. Maybe I should stay here a little longer, Jason. What do you think?
I think you got to finish out the race on him. Lay the pressure on.
I can see the meme of just the guy profusely sweating now as Jason sits and stares at his computer. Doug, I will time you out. I don't think as a moderator you can time an admin out, but if you can, kudos. You earned it. Oh, you have to go on board with Trav Robinson as he's attacking Marlowe. 1/10 difference.
Looking at this train that's developed here, Lehman, Stallworth, Nordstrom, and Sand locked in a really good battle here. Less than half a second between them all. Looking really good out there. Stallworth and Nordstrom desperately trying to get by Sand here. Matt Lehman has made a great recovery. I believe he was in 27th. Made himself back up to 19th.
Travis has had a great race as well. He was up there P4, I believe, before he had that one incident where he had to slam on his brakes to avoid crashing into a car that was sideways on the track.
Yeah,
so
doing
see him back up in his 6th.
Doing really well.
Solid.
This is this opportunity to make the move. Is he going to be brave? I don't think he's close enough. Marlowe does park it.
Yeah, Marlowe goes defensive. We'll see if Travis can get a better line through these first couple corners here.
Oh, Stallworth almost touching the back of Travis Nordstrom here. Getting real close and real squirrely here coming into the chicane.
This battle is very good, but I have to go back to Mercer. Mercer is still applying some crazy pressure to Yee. into the very technical Sector 3 now.
Evan Kim is still trying to get by Fazley, and now he has Durance right behind him to contest as well. 1:43 left of this race. Only a couple laps left for these guys. Still, heavy battles going on throughout the grid. Kinger, 0.2 seconds off of McCroat here.
Normando, yellow flag.
Oh, no.
Someone called it. Hop
Oh,
on there,
gosh.
Paulie. Hop on there. What happened to the boy?
I'm there. Oh, okay. 15 seconds. And he just gets a little loose, tries to Tokyo drift it.
Dan Cran.
Leaders on the final lap. You just heard the message.
Yep, there you
This
go.
is it. This is the last lap.
Mercer 0.3 seconds off the back of Yee here, and their times are so close as their last Delta times, but Mercer is just a little bit faster each lap, so he's going to have to send a move here if he wants something to happen.
Yee's fastest lap
0.3
was
seconds off the back of Marlowe as well.
Yeah, Yee's best lap was his last lap. He is putting it all on track right now to try and stay in front. This is where Mercer's got to do something special. Otherwise, he's bringing home the silver. This is as close as he's been all race. 2/10 back. Entering Sector 2. Man, they're close.
Marlowe and Robinson also extraordinarily close here.
Rounding the last few corners. He's as close as he's been this entire time. Oh, he's so
Getting
close.
A lot of time here. How about his exit? He's gonna need a miracle here through these last corners.
Yee has to make a mistake for this to work. It's so easy to just park it in this sector. And he does. He's able to get the drive out. Ryan Yee is your driver of the day. But a very good performance from Jeremy Mercer to keep him honest. Finishes a mere 2/10 behind to finish the race P1 and P2. Incredible.
Robinson and Marlowe almost tangling here in the hairpin. Robinson having to slam on the brakes, and it's going to cost him his chance to get around, I think, unless Marlowe can make another mistake here. He can capitalize. Going through the last couple turns here, 0.2 seconds off the back of him. Can he make something happen as the smoke and fireworks are happening in the background? Making sure he gets no frame rate, and Robinson gets a little bit of wheel spin on the last corner here and coasts it over the line. So that's your 6th and 5th position there.
Yeah, Mr. Sir bringing home P3 and Fimbris Casas, of all people, to bring home P4. That's a nice return to form.
Yep, there you go.
Chris Brown in P7, Cole Drummel P8. So Chris Brown does inevitably get past Cole Drummel. We did miss that, unfortunately. So a well-earned position after an entire race battle. Spangler in P9. But that is Chris Brown and Cole Drummel for P1 and P2 of your silver division, your silver split.
Colin, you wrote this down?
Yep.
And then
All right,
Normando rounds out the top 10 for P3 in the silver split. Nice job. And our newcomer, Zuhaili, P11. Really respectable position there. Nice job. The biggest losers, though, unfortunately, Brooker Quigg down 11. Durance, 15 positions. Lehman, 12 positions. Stallworth, 13. Nordstrom, 11. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal for our SRA aliens tonight.
Marlowe, though, gaining 10 positions. Brown, 11. And Jeromo, 11 positions. Nate Specht, 10 positions. So these guys have had a pretty decent race then.
You can't forget Chris Stefik. 13 positions gained. Nice job. Nice job. So
those aliens having a rough time made way for some other good races for some folks. So, but we're gonna try to go and find some of these drivers in the Discord for some interviews. If you are a driver and you're in the top 3 of your respective split, make sure to hop into any Discord channel so we can see you and have Colin bring you in. But I'm going to take this little pause opportunity here to once again look at our title sponsors: Roby Todi, Daehee Yun, Joshua Arnold, Evan Kim, Polly Hartman, Thomas Greer, Dominic Duran, Zach Sky, Tyler James, Jacob Wolfman, Fazli Majid, Cal McGinnis, Ramon Lorenzo, Stephanie Fisher, Matt Morrison. Thank you guys for being our title sponsors. And for our SRA sponsors: Philip Menzies, Michael Jeffries, Dewal Bandari, Koa Jeromo, Nate Allen, and Justin Rowley. Thank you guys so much for your support. And if our affiliates, Armamentario, cannot forget about Armamentario. They make a great software to fix all the HUD issues with ACC. So if you want a better, more realistic, more immersive driving experience, make sure to go check out Armamentario, the official. We are the official sim racing league of Armamentario.
For North America.
For North America. Okay. Can't inflate ourselves too much here. And Retro
Saga.
Retro Saga. Okay. Retro Saga sells retro games. If you want to get yourself a good Christmas present, like Doug said, that your wife didn't get you, go down there and get some cool retro games.
You will love to see it.
Thank you so much to our affiliates and sponsors for all of your support here making SRA happen. And thank you to everyone who subscribes on Twitch Prime, who subs to our Twitch, to our YouTube, who donates. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much.
We are also an official affiliate of Track Racer now, which is pretty cool. So if you're looking to invest in new sim rig, the actual rig itself, I personally have a Track Racer 80/20 rig, and I adore it. Couldn't say other things.
I also have an 80/20 Track Racer rig, and it's really nice, very beautiful, high quality piece of kit.
Can't go wrong. I'm looking for our drivers, and I'm not seeing anybody that wants to come and talk to us.
In the cooldown room currently, he was the P3 silver finisher.
I'd love to talk to Mercer if I can. Doesn't look like that's going to be in the cards, though.
We can talk to Koadromo, who was a P2 finisher.
I have Mercer. I found Mercer. I'm going to try and grab him.
Alright.
Let me see here. Jeremy, sorry to just drag you up here, buddy. You got a minute to talk to us about an epic drive tonight?
Yeah, do.
Your palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy after that one.
Yeah, a bit. It was the beginning. I didn't think I had any pace for Yi, but it seemed that as the car got lighter and lighter, I was able to get faster, and he just wasn't able to. So it got close.
Does it make you feel any better that someone was watching his POV on his stream and he said, "Man, this guy is fast," referring to you?
Yeah, because I know how fast he is. Raced with him a few times, and usually he's ahead of me. So if I can keep pace with him, then that's a good sign.
Yeah, you were lights out tonight, and the car looked like it was just planted. Shout out to your setup guy.
Me. So thanks.
the plug. There you go. Well played. Well played.
I shared it with the other Plan E guys, so if you want it, you can come join.
Oh, even the conglomerate plug. Jason Allen's gonna just ooze for that one. All jokes aside, really nice job. Hate to see that Duran got disconnected. I'm sure you would have loved to have him up there at the battle with you, but that's a tough outing there for him. But nice job tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Good dude, man. How are you feeling about the rest of the season? Feeling good?
Yeah. As far as the championship, I don't really have a chance at catching Yi, I don't think, because I missed one race and I had a pretty bad race at Nürburgring, so I'm a ways off. But
Yi, as it stands, before this race, was 100 points above P2, so he's got a commanding lead.
Yeah.
But you still have you can still jump Brooker Quigg and Travis Nordstrom, who both didn't have the world's best races tonight, especially Brooker Quigg. So we'll have to see how that looks when it updates in a few minutes here.
Brooker came in
Yeah.
close to last, so
Yeah.
I think you're going to be doing just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does look like second place in the championship is achievable.
That is a good place to
That's
be.
pretty good.
That's a good place to be. Cool, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Good effort, and we'll catch you again next week.
Thank you.
Take it easy, brother. All right. It looks
We have
like,
Ryan Yee.
yeah, Colin got him for us. What a gentleman.
I'll bring him up. Ryan, welcome to the booth. Fantastic racing today. P1, another P1 for you. It's become a bit of a tradition. We were just looking at the leaderboards here, and before this race, you had a nearly 100-point lead over P2, and of course, another win tonight. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Haven't raced since our last Tuesday night, which was I don't even know how many weeks ago. So
Couple weeks, yeah.
yeah. So it was great to get back in the driver's seat, especially like driving in the rain. So this was very nice for me.
You looked quite comfortable, but at the end there, you were probably feeling a little uncomfortable with having Mercer plastered on the back of you the whole time.
Yeah, I was looking at the lap times and he was doing like 51.5s, which was 0.3 better than my PB. So I was very concerned, and then at the end, it was really just a matter of not making a big enough mistake where he could overtake me.
That's exactly right. As we were watching it unfold, he was putting in some wicked fast times, but you still managed to eke some time out because we noticed that your second to last lap was your fastest lap of the race. So you still had a few cards up your sleeve, buddy.
Yeah, I think that was only this less than 30 millisecond better than my previous fastest, so it wasn't a whole lot extra, especially compared to him, doing 2.5 tenths on top of that. So
Yeah, you were both cooking, but I think that as far as we're concerned, that was a perfect race for you. Just come out nice and steady, consistent, and got the dub. So congrats.
yeah, had no big mistakes, so I'm happy with that one.
Did you notice that a lot of the SRA aliens were suffering in today's race?
I noticed there was a lot of let's call them oopsies.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah, but I don't know the exact details, of course, but I think there was a lot of
Penalties,
people
stop go
out of place.
30s, drive-throughs, a little bit of bumping doors a little bit. So
You're weighing off track, all sorts of things going on.
yeah, disconnections. Yeah, I mean, so it was plaguing a good portion of the grid. So consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, very lucky.
Good deal,
So
man.
perfect timing for my game to crash.
Oh yeah,
after
nice.
the race.
Yeah, the game was just done. It was done. It was like, all right, Ryan, you won. Go figure. I can be done now. Cool, brother. Well, congrats again on another stellar performance and further cementing why you were at the top of the leaderboard. And we will catch you again next week.
Hey, thanks for having me. Have a good night.
You bet.
Too.
See ya.
Thank you.
What I will say about Ryan Yee is that despite shitting on everybody with his immense talent, he's super humble, which I actually really respect. So I like that. I like that.
I'd be like, yeah,
I'm the best that ever lived. I'm unstoppable. I'm Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z, bro. Just bursting into flames constantly, just gassing myself up. But that's not the world we live in.
Loic, we want to bring him up?
I think we are good for the evening. This has gone on for quite some time, and I am ready to call it a night. But something to celebrate. 0 dropped frames tonight. That makes me very happy. And I'm super proud of the racing that took place tonight. It was wet. It could have been a lot worse. And it was some really good racing from everybody. So thanks to everybody that tuned in. Thanks to all of our supporters, like Paulie has hammered home several times. And thanks to my counterparts, Paulie and Colin, for coming out and showing y'all a good time.
Yeah, no, thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thanks for hosting, and always a pleasure to have you up here in the D1 booth. Hopefully, we won't have you too many more times though. You got to get back on track, start racing again, start showing these fools what's what in D3 next season.
I would love to be in D3 Paulie. We'll see what strings I can manage to pull in the off season and see put some different things on the weighting the scales a little bit. But um, I would love nothing more than to have like me and like Michael Jeffries team me up in D3. That would be goated.
You just want another championship under your belt, so
Yeah, yeah. I got the drivers championship twice. I got the team championship twice. I want more. I want more. Like I said earlier, I want to just be screaming at the top of my lungs that I'm the best there ever was.
Yeah, you got to go back to D5 or D6 so you can get like a season 1 sort of vibe going on.
I did not walk away with any of my championships. Thank you very much. I earned them. But that's enough about me. Thanks everyone for having me. It was a blast, and you can catch me again tomorrow streaming D2, and these guys will be driving. Well, Colin won't be driving, but Paulie will be driving. So, any parting words, gentlemen?
Don't give me commentator's curse.
Don't ride a motorcycle on ice.
Colin with the words of wisdom, and Paulie with the inevitable fate.
Oh,
Paulie Cam confirmed. Michael Jeffrey says that goes without saying.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.